Hey everybody, my name's Amber and I'm the founder of Sustainable Change. Today's video is going to be a little different from the rest. I really want to take this time to give you guys a brief introduction on myself and about the sustainable change and the motivation behind it. I feel like it's really important to gain a sense of trust and just really an understanding about this brand as a whole, since we only really interact with the screen and you guys have never really met me, I haven't met you guys, so I feel like it's really important to form some sort of relationship as much as we can, and I'm hoping that this video can accomplish that. I grew up in a very environmentally focused family. My parents are very much involved in the outdoors with wilderness, and so naturally, me and my sisters grew up in a very environmentally friendly way, so I like to regard myself as a small animal activist, if you will, and living an eco-friendly lifestyle, just living a more zero waste path in general seems much more natural to me, and it's just really a part of my identity because it's something that my parents really instilled in me and my sisters growing up, so this entire community very much feels like it's part of my identity. So I grew up in California. I moved to India for 9 years, which is where my family is originally from. And now I'm back in the Bay Area in California, where I went to college for 2 years. I started off at Foothill Community College. I then transferred to NYU for 2 years, where I started my neuroscience path. I graduated in 2019, and shortly after I started an internship which was focused in neuroscience. However, due to the pandemic, a lot of work stopped, obviously, and I just started sitting idle, as I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, since a lot of lab work was not really able to take place because of COVID. I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I decided then that I really needed to do something with my time. So it really started with a conversation with my boyfriend, where it's like, I need something to do because, my internship work is not really going, and I've watched all the Netflix I possibly can, so what's another thing that I can keep myself busy with? So he had suggested a passion project, and I really liked that idea because it was something that I felt like could really last a long time and could keep me really busy. So I was reminded that I'd always wanted to start an online business. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to combine the two and make my passion project an online business. Now the next question was, what would the online business be focused on? So I started discussing with my sisters, started bouncing some ideas off each other, and they had suggested that I sell these natural handmade soaps that are originally from India and that we grew up using a lot. And I really like that idea because these soaps are, one, they're eco-friendly, and two, they're from this smaller community in India, and I felt like I would really be helping them out by introducing them to the rest of the world since they were so focused in India and India only. So I thought this would be a great way and a great mission to start a business. So I'm sure some of you are aware of the Sundaram soaps that I used to sell. You might have bought them. But unfortunately, due to COVID, I had to stop selling them. It just got really complicated, also very expensive, and it just didn't seem like the best fit for the business right now, even though I loved selling them. Since the Sundaram ashram was much smaller, it was very hard for them to keep up with such a large scale. And for me, I also realized it's not very eco-friendly to be shipping stuff from India to California every time I need new soaps. So it was back to the drawing board and trying to figure out what are the next best eco-friendly products that I could really sell. And that's how I really came up with the Zero Waste Kit. I realized that it would be best for me to sell things that I already use, that I personally use in my everyday sustainable lifestyle, similar to the soaps, but make them more products, like more eco-friendly products. And me and my sisters, we already use like the bamboo toothbrushes and the natural loofahs, so I figured that if I put them all together in a nice zero waste kit, that would be a perfect place for both zero waste beginners and zero waste pros, for them to just really find a place to get all their products in one big bundle. So that's really how the sustainable change started. There's no extravagant story or anything. It was really a step-by-step process and trial and error. I'm still very much in the beginning phase, but I still felt like it was really important for you all to understand where I'm coming from and what my motivation and my inspiration for the sustainable change is. I really do want it to be more than just a business. I want this to be a platform and a space for all like-minded people, or even people who are just trying to learn more about zero waste, and for this to be a place where we can share ideas and learn from each other. So it's more than just a business, and it's really just focused on all of us learning about how we can reduce our overall climate impact. So as always, if you guys haven't hit like and subscribe yet, please do so. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you next week for another Sustainable Sunday video.